Okay, this is straight funny. I was setting some stuff up to start this episode, but I was just raking the patch. And the farming patch spirit comes along and says, you know, you don't need to stand by the patch. There's nothing even growing in it. But anyway, welcome to episode 3, and I would like to start by thanking those of you who commented on the last video, very quickly might I add, that I can do agility. I can actually do it. By going to Winkin's Farm, which, for those of you who don't know, is the area of Vinesweeper. And these styles here can give me 2 agility XP each way. As someone who's gone up to level 10 agility before by doing the Falador wall, which is half an XP each way, going up to 5 agility by doing this is going to be a cakewalk. Right, there we go. That was a fun 10 minutes of climbing over the star. But at least I can now... Oh, wait. I don't have my my normal surge keybind. I can now surge around. So let's see if Jacqueline gives us a task we can actually do. Frogs. Great, the frogs are in... They're here, aren't they? That's essentially 2 chunks away. Well, so much for that. Okay, I've straight never caught crayfish here. And as long as they're at this side of the river, yep, we can do these. Alright, 20 fishing. It's a really good chunk for training early skills. I'm not sure how great it's going to be for making money. What else would we do with ourselves than make more Qualm Incense Sticks and, like, triple my money? It's just too good to pass up. Alright, Incense Sticks. Ooh, 6.5 mil. Please sell at this price. Okay, not quite. What was I selling them at earlier? Okay, 1 GP less. Really? Okay, no, they don't go for that either. Let's just drop it 5%. I mean, surely it'll go for that. No? Okay. Well, I'm going to leave it there, because surely it'll sell. There's no way. Well, it would appear that I've ruined the Qualm Incense Stick market. So, I'm going to have to find another way of making money for a little bit until these guys sell. Right, the Qualm Incense Sticks are slowly selling, but we made some cheese. I've got loads of buckets. I can teleport to Lumbridge now, so it's way quicker to fill these up with milk, churn them, and sell them. So, you know, the cheese isn't bad. Cheese is okay now. Right, okay. The incense sticks are finally sold. Another set of cheese to go. There we go. 108. That's what I get for repeating. There we go. And then... there we go, 6.3 mil. Now, of course, I could buy an item now and get myself the next chunk, but I'm going to dump all of this into one more batch of incense sticks that I'm then going to slow sell overnight, because if I unlock the new chunk now, I probably wouldn't do much in it. It'd probably be better for me to just get more money and actually be guaranteed an item rather than nothing buying for price, as we found out at the end of the last episode. Okay, I think that's the first time I've done a full stack of 1,000 incense sticks. Took way too long to make these, but with any luck we'll get 16 mil out of this. Oh yes, ooh yes, they're gone instantly. There's a few more still to go, but 14 mil, we're up to 15 mil. Oh, it's so good. While the last ones of these sell, I'm going to open up my list of items and see what we're going to get. Alright, we're going to start with Masterwork gloves. No matter what I have to pay for them, I'm getting them this time. Okay? So, let's start at 6 mil. No. 6.1. Nope. 6.2. Nope. 6.5. No, why? Why are you not buying boots? 6.5. No, my incense sticks have bought, finally. Bought, sold. We're up to 17 mil. Ideally, I would get 3 chunks out of this, but that's not looking like it's gonna happen. Okay, for cheaper than the Masterwork wasn't buying for, we've managed to get ourselves a Saradomin Godsword. So that's 1 item. We'll grab 1 more item, and we'll just straight unlock 2 chunks. Alright, let's try tracking gloves for 6 mil. I don't think these will go. No, it'd just be too easy, wouldn't it? For things to actually buy at their GE listed price. You know what, I'm going to try and very, very slowly get this title scroll for like, let's put it in for 6 mil. We're just going to leave it there, because part of the reason it's not buying is just because no one sells these. I only need 1 chunk and I will unlock a lot of stuff. So I'll spend a lot of time in the next chunk, giving plenty of time for the thing to buy. And the chunk we're gonna pick to keep our adventure moving forward is this one down here. Another block south of Lumbridge. Reasons why: it unlocks the catacombs, so I can do Blood Pact. It unlocks the rock where the skull for Restless Ghost is, and Father Eric's house for that, so I can do that quest. It's going to unlock us 2 quests. I'm looking for a quest. The Restless Ghost. Let's do it. Shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. I'm so glad we don't need to go all the way to Wizard's Tower for this quest anymore. And it's literally like right here. I mean, I may as well kill it. You know, it's here. Use the skull on the coffin. And off he goes. And quest complete. Quest point, 125 prayer XP. Basically 1,000 more prayer XP from the bones. Treasure hunter keys that I'm not allowed to use. So let's grab this prayer XP while we're here. Let's walk a couple of feet and do the Blood Pact. Am I gonna kill you? Nah. Just live with the knowledge of what you've done. Right, Caitlin, you're clearly just a suicidal person, so I'm gonna be nice and just let you live with your sins. My name is Jesse Flip. I'm a weird guy who locked himself into chunks. That's not an option. I guess I'm an adventurer. Just a very slow one. See, Reese, I always don't know what to do with him. The other 2 I always keep alive. Reese, he's just a bit of an arsehole. Just get out of here. I can't be bothered. Oh, sick. He's gonna poison himself instead. And we've unlocked the catacombs. Right, give me the swords. Apparently only Reese's main hand sword is worthy of a beam. The offhand sword is not worthy of a loot beam. Alright, I'm ready for my reward. That's a bit of a forward way of asking about it, but okay. Let's get a tiny little bit of XP. Still enough to get me a level in range. Right, let's get the riches of the statuettes. Wow, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 1,000? Oh. So how much did I actually make then? 2,500 GP? Great. I came to these thinking, the Batwing drop rate is decent. You know, I'll make some money out of these. I totally forgot that they drop different bones. And bat bones are actually worth something. I don't know why. It must be a summoning thing. But they're 2k each. Regular bones are like 400. These are 5 times more. Right, I gotta check these prices are accurate before I start spending money on them. On notepaper. So, the Batwings, yeah, didn't think they would actually be 4.5k. 3k? Nope. What about the Bat Bones? Are they actually 2k? Oh, they are. Oh, they're more than that. Okay, I left some stuff in there for literally 2 days, and they weren't buying. It was the Luchador mask, which is GE price about 5.2, and the terrifying title, which I put in at 6 mil. Couldn't get them, but I have just bitten the bullet, gone for something a little bit more expensive, 6.3 mil, ooh, 6 mil pretty much on the dot actually, for the Death Lotus chestplate, tier 85 range armor that is going to join the list of things that I can't really use. Okay, so my aim currently is to work my way across to Het's Oasis, because there's just, you know, there's some good money in there. Like, the flowers, particularly the higher level ones, are actually worth quite a lot. But you need level 30 farming before you can do anything at Het's Oasis. So, the plan for me is firstly to actually unlock this one over here. This is going to give me the Stronghold of Security. It's going to give me the Air Altar. That's the big thing. It's also going to give us clay, water, and a potter's wheel, so we can make urns and stuff like that. But moving down here, I want to get enough money to unlock these 2 chunks. This just to make a path to get to Het's Oasis, and this one to unlock me the farming area here. I can start getting points, and it's just a farming patch. I need a farming patch. I don't actually have one I can use yet. So this is the chunk I'm unlocking, and aim by the end of the episode is to unlock these 3 chunks as well. Okay, it's something I've been thinking about doing for ages, is to get some magic notepaper. It's, you know, it's a bit of an expensive buy initially, but it's going to speed up banking, slash mean I don't need to bank for a bit, which is going to make my life a lot easier. And I've just been reading the comments from the last video. Someone mentioned, and I, again, cannot believe I didn't get this myself, to get a Ring of Forging. It's 1 million GP. Yes, okay, it's eating into my money, but it will get me back to the GE so much faster. Okay, so we got a Ring of Fortune, unlimited teleports back to the GE. It's going to save us loads of time, since, as the person mentions in his comment, I spend so much time here. It's going to be really helpful. It's got a whole load of bonuses, although then again I've got my Berserker ring, which I think has better bonuses. Let me check. No, the Ring of Fortune has better bonuses than my Berserker ring. Okay, that makes no sense. We are going to try some crafting, because first off, this is going to give me a little bit of mining XP, mining the clay. I have access to the well in Barbarian Village, and of course the potter's wheel and the pottery oven. I can make like bowls and stuff. They're fairly expensive. They're a couple of 100 GP each. And once I get to a decent level, I can start making urns, which, when you get to the higher level urns, are dumb expensive. They are worth so much GP. Hooray! Level 2 mining! Oh dear. Mining is slow early. Right, I've looked at the prices for everything you make out of clay, and it's just more worth it to sell the soft clay. Like, until you get to, I think, 50 crafting, selling the soft clay is, like, so much better. Genuinely, getting 1,000 soft clay took way too long. It just wasn't worth it, was it? Is it even going to sell? Okay, at least it's sold. It's sold over it's sold over price. We have 6 mil. Is there anything I can buy for 6 mil on my list? Yeah, maybe. Let's try this. One of the scrolls that unlocks the ancient invention stuff. Not that I have invention unlocked. No. And let's try the other one. Ancient tools. This is basically all of my money. Please? Yes! Oh, and it is literally all of my money. I have 76k left. What do I do? Why didn't I leave myself a bit of money? Oh, I was way too impatient to get a chunk unlocked and and move on, realizing there's very little actually in this chunk itself. It's the 2 chunks that I can get to from here that actually give anything. What is there in this chunk? There's a cactus spot. What is there? Features. A cactus patch. A cooking range. Some dead trees. The fire altar. And that's it. There's literally nothing here. I've taken a look at the map, and my plan has had to go completely out to the window. I'll talk about why when I unlock my next chunk, but I'm gonna unlock a chunk as fast as possible, which means going back to the Incense Sticks. We've just got 50 prayer, which is the actual reason I'm recording this. I have all the levels for Template Sensitin. Great. Shame I don't have nearly enough chunks. Right, I've done a fair few runs of buying the ingredients, making Qual Incense Sticks, using the money on making more, essentially, and I now have 1,000 to sell. Hopefully they sell at this price. It'd be really good if they did. Okay, they will sell at this price over a little bit of time. That'll be 16 mil, which will be comfortably enough for 2 chunks. Okay, I did some range training in the meantime while I was waiting for them to sell. They've just sold. Here we're up to 22 range from, I think, like level 2 or something, so that was a decent little session. Down in the Lumbridge catacombs, but the Incense Sticks have sold and we are up to 18.3 million GP, so it's time to buy ourselves 2 items, unlock 2 chunks, and then that will just leave 1 more chunk for me to kind of complete my current plan. Right, we've got our 2 items to unlock 2 chunks. We have an offhand and a main hand armadillo crossbow. Our range gear's looking pretty set for a little while. We got the Dragon 2H, we got the armadillos. Yeah, it's looking good. Alright, so firstly, I need to discuss why I am semi-abandoning my Het's Oasis Garden of Het plan. I will come back to it, but at the moment, and I'm pretty sure on this now, I don't have any allotment patches. And I need allotments to get me up to level 9 farming, so I can actually use the Garden of Het patch, and then that will get me up to 30 to use the stuff at Het's Oasis. I can obviously, you know, keep raking the weeds every now and then, but that will just be too slow. I will get level 9 eventually going, probably doing that because there isn't really a good allotment patch until we get all the way over here to Port Sarim. But that's why we're not doing this. We are going to change up the plan. Now, there are 2 options. One is to go and unlock archaeology, which will make some good money. It would be, you know, it'd be a really, really kind of powerful method. But I would then need to, you know, unlock these 3 chunks plus another 2 chunks here, so I can actually get into the first dig site. And I probably will do that next episode. For right now, though, we're going to head towards unlocking the Wizard's Tower. And the reason for this is twofold. First of all, if I unlock these 2 chunks, which, by the way, are the chunks I'm going to unlock, I will get myself access to this mine down here, which will get me some higher level ores. It will get me the water altar, which is finally making runes that's actually worth some money. When I do get into here, I can get Runespan. I can get the Rune Goldberg machine, so I can get myself Viswax. And it will, of course, unlock me a couple more quests to get done with. Now, because of the way the map is laid out, I have to unlock these 2 first, even though there's no land route between these. What I can do is unlock my next chunk is going to be here, and then I can use this little sliver of land to pass up here in between. Yay, level 2 Slayer! I'm so glad I've got this chunk so I can kill frogs. Yes, we've completed 1 Slayer task. Just literally nearly died to frogs. Rats! Yep, I can do them. Slayer task number 2 completed. Birds. Yes, I can do that. I can do that in the chunks I've got. I've got the ducks in the river that I'm just going to shoot and kill. And, you know, nice, caring to wildlife person that I am. Right, well, that was easy. We got level 5 in that task, by the way. Cows. Perfect. I've never actually seen one of these before. I got a super cow. The elite creature for the cow slayer task. I have never seen one because I've never had a cow slayer task before. That's probably got something to do with it. I can't even hit him properly, come on. This is like that imp in the first episode. Oh my days, can I hit him please? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, sit down, super cow. Oh my, what? Bruh. Bruh. Like that's like legitimately good. What? Right, we're gonna get one more task from Jacqueline, just so that we're getting Slayer points in the future. It's gonna be frogs. They actually hit me fairly hard, so I'm gonna grab some food for the frogs. There we go. We have 1 Slayer point. I can use this bank in this chunk. The chunk just seems to start/end, yeah, about here, halfway up the steps. So I can't get into Shattered Worlds, but I can still use the bank, and I can still use the shop if I get the anima in other ways, which of course there are. You can get them from the Fish Guild, from the guy there, or you can get them from Daily Challenges. That's the other place. Well, this isn't ideal. I thought that this bot had Mithril. Does it have Mithril only in OSRS? I could have sworn this was a coal Mithril adamant mine. It's coal iron. Ah, no. The the market for an unnecessary amount of bronze hatchet seems to have dried up a little bit. Might need to do something else to make some money, but they'll go eventually. I'm sure some silly collector person will buy that. Right, this mithril ore box over time will sell for double that because I wasn't buying one insta for that, so that must be the flip margin. Okay, can confirm this is all sorts of not worth it, but I've made 10,000 headless arrows, so we're gonna sell them. How much did I make? 370. I made 150k and it full on took me 15 minutes. That is days. It would take me 5 hours to unlock the next chunk. I'm not doing that anymore. I've taken a look at what mining options are available to me in the chunks I've got, and it looks like the best way to go is iron rocks and using iron stone spirits, because the stone spirits cost me, well, they actually cost me 14 GP each, but each ore is 1.4k, so I'm making, you know, basically 1.4k free from each one of the stone spirits. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a ring of forging and turn all of these into iron bars. So each ring of forging will give me 140 charges, where I then only need 1 iron ore to make the iron bar, so that'll basically then double my money again. Why have I not used my ore box? What am I doing? Anyway, so yeah, kind of a 2-stage plan involving the iron. We're going to end up selling around about 1,000 iron bars. Should be pretty much 2.5, maybe 3 mil if we get the extra bars. Mined myself up 1,000 iron ore. I'm going to need 8 rings of forging to actually turn all of these into iron bars. Alright, well, someone's just merged the hell out of me for these rings of forging. Should have just made the ruby rings myself, but whatever. Back to Lumbridge. Right, iron ore smelted with the rings of forging. With the extra bars, we end up getting up to 1,143. Let's sell them off. When they go straight away, 6.6 mil. There's a couple of other things that have sold as well. 6.6 mil. In theory, I could unlock a chunk with that. I'll take a look at the list. see if we can unlock our final chunk for the day. Okay, there's only one item that I reckon might buy for the 6.6, and that is a set of Sea Singer's robe bottoms that are 6.0, which are basically 6 flat currently, and that's up a little bit from my original search, so it's probably close to 6.5. Does it buy? Oh, yes, it does. Oh, what? Oh. Someone's about to make a lot of money by me just dropping it on the floor. So, for those of you who haven't seen what I did in the first episode, I can still use this item because it's more than 6 on the GE. But the difference that I didn't pay up to 5 million is going to be dropped on the floor. Okay, so I'm going to jump to World 2, where there's loads of people, so there's a better chance of someone actually picking it up, unless there are people here. But this does still count as my item. I'm still going to unlock the chunk with that. Let's just work out what I actually need to drop. Okay, we're here at World 2 GE. With how much the robe bottoms sold for, I still need to drop quite a lot of money, actually. It's 1,120,005 GP. So that means that I have spent exactly 5 mil. It's really weird that it bought for so cheap, because the GE price is going up, and yes, it buys for like half of its price. It's so weird. Anyway, we're going to drop this onto the ground. I wish to drop it free, 1.1 mil under me. See if anybody comes and picks it up. Oh, this level 93's going straight in for it. It is there, I promise. I'll even move out of the way. It's right there. There we go. I think he's picked it up. And we can finally, with that done, unlock our chunk. Okay, so let's put our Sea Singers into there, and then get up the chunk picker. Right, so this is the state of the game at the moment for me. And I think I mentioned earlier, this down here, southern half of Draenor Village, is the chunk I'm going to unlock for several reasons. First off, it gives me a path to actually get to the Wizard's Tower. It's going to give me the tier 1 divination spot. There's willow trees here, of course there's the bank, Ned's shop, Aggie's place for making potions, making dyes, an elder tree that I'm never ever going to unlock realistically. We would need the next chunk above to be able to start the Ozan quest. But anyway, that is our new chunk. Alright, so just to be clear with these chunks, the chunk with Lumbridge Crater, I think is like this line here, and then going up to the top there. So, as long as I stick to the coast, I'm still, in safe. I can still do this. Okay, I can still make it to my area. So I hope you have enjoyed episode number 3 of MoneyLocked. There's been so much stuff unlocked today. We've had to change plan halfway through because I forgot that farming sucks. But with the Wizard's Tower unlocked, we get a couple of quests. We get a whole new skill basically unlocked by getting that divination spot in the South Draenor spot. There's going to be so much new stuff that I can do next time, and I cannot wait. I will see you next week. Goodbye.